Hey there, Detroit sports fanatics. I'm Taylor Phillips. Welcome to Taylor's Detroit Sports episode 76 on Spreaker and on iHeartRadio. Today we're going to talk about the Red Wings game last night. A little bit of Pistons as well. I think I'm just going to leave off where I missed on the Pistons. Also, going to talk about Brady Hoke's last chance as a head coach. First off, the Wings and Canadiens faced off in Montreal. No scoring in the first period. Henrik Zetterberg got the first open the scoring from Pavel Datsyuk and Danny DeKeyser. Datsyuk returned from a separated right shoulder. Again, he was first projected to be out for a month, but he's back already. He felt better than expected. And in the third period, it looked like Datsyuk was going to put the Wings up 2-0, but Justin Applicator and Canadiens goaltender Carey Price converged toward each other. That's what I saw. You people don't even see Justin Applicator converging toward Carey Price. Oh, the Wings got screwed. The Wings got hosed 1,000 times. F the NHL refs.
I want to hear. What's your problem there, pal? Can't a guy get a bit of sleep? Don't bug me.
I mean, really, I am tired of hearing you Red Wing fans whine and cry about the Red Wings, getting hosed and hating. I'm tired of you hating the NHL referees. They make mistakes. They do their best to call the game down the middle. No, they don't represent the opposing team. Bunch of spoiled brats.
That is not what I want to hear. What's your problem there, pal? Can't a guy get a bit of sleep? Don't bug me.
Here's my point. Again, Applicator and Price converged toward each other and made contact with one another, which made the referee, catch the Red Wings team in general off guard and wave the goal off. Fans and the Detroit sports media, the media is bashing them too. Mickey Redmond is all whining and crying about just a bad call, just what he thinks is a bad call.
That is not what I want to hear. What's your problem there, pal? Can't a guy get a bit of sleep? Don't bug me.
Mickey Redmond, do us 3 favors. Retire, go to the bar, drink a lot of liquor, and get drunk. Please. We don't care. You've done this for years, and now you're just whining about the NHL referees. You and the Red Wing fans are catering to and coddling each other. And that's a piss poor job that you've done lately. Oh, wait, never mind. That is ridiculous Homer talk. Besides, regardless of that, if you think about this, the Wings still could have won the game simply by keeping the puck out of their net, doing their job, and hanging on. Because they were still up 1-0. It doesn't matter how little or big of a lead you have. As long as you hang on to win for yourself, that's all that matters. That's how you overcome adversity. At least Abdelkader didn't get penalized for goaltender interference. But here's what happened instead. With 3:09 left, Alex Galchenyuk tied the game on a wraparound. Kyle Quincy's stick broke. He still could have stopped it. Quincy still could have stopped it with his body. Could have stopped the shot with his own body, but he just stood there confused like a little leaguer. And Galchenyuk tied the game at 1. Alexei Emelin and Thomas Plekanec with the assists, and then in overtime, David Desjardins won it for Montreal. Max Pacioretty and PK Subban got the assists. Canadiens win 2-1. The Wings get 1 point instead of 2 because it's their own fault. They didn't overcome adversity. This is the NHL. One of the bright sides thus far for the Wings is Brendan Smith. The only two dumb mistakes that he has made all this season were both in the Anaheim Ducks game at Joe Louis Arena, regular season game number 2, and that was in a 3-2 regulation loss, in which most people say the refs cost the Wings the game, but Jimmy Howard still could have made the save. If you fans and Detroit sports media stop whining about just stop whining about the NHL referees. The NHL referees mean absolutely no harm to the Red Wings. But if the Red Wings players want to take it out on them, just beat the crap out of the referees for all I care. The Red Wings return home tomorrow and play the Pittsburgh Penguins at 7:30 on Fox Sports Detroit. And I hope Mickey Redmond can get his act together. The Red Wings are 5 3-1-2 with 8 points. I know they could have come up with 9, but we got to move on. It's still a heck of a start. Next topic. The Pistons, I just missed that one like a few days ago, and I apologize for that. The Pistons have traded shooting guard Will Bynum last week to the Boston Celtics for center Joel Anthony. Some of you have thought that the Pistons don't need another center. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't kept track of the roster quite yet. I'll have to check and see how many players by each position they have. But the Pistons, anyway, play tomorrow night at home against the Philadelphia 76ers. And I think that's their last preseason game of 2014. Let me check the roster here. Sorry, I was fixing a computer connection here. Yeah, it is their last preseason game of 2014. The Pistons are 4-2, and the Philadelphia 76ers are 2-5. You can catch that game on the radio in the Detroit area on Detroit Sports 105.1 in Royal Oak, WMGC-FM. All right, last but not least, Michigan football. Nick Baumgartner writes from NLive.com, a column titled Michigan State Game Maybe Brady Hoke and Michigan's Last Chance to Change Tone of 2014 Season. At first I thought, if Michigan lost that game, it would be Brady Hoke's last game as Michigan football head coach. But anyway, 2 weeks ago, Brady Hoke and Michigan earned a small pressure release. By scraping and fighting past Penn State inside Michigan Stadium, the Wolverines allowed themselves to enter their first bye week of the year without the vitriol surrounding this season sitting at a fever pitch. They earned some hope, not a lot, but some. Now, though, it's back to business. And in terms of opportunities to change the course of the 2014 campaign, Saturday's visit to East Lansing may be the last shot. Is this week's Michigan State game do or die for Hoke and company with regard to the big picture? If it's not, it's awfully close. But I think it definitely should be. It definitely should be. We all know the situation. Michigan State ranked number 8 in the AP Top 25. And still Associates poll. And still very much in the college football playoff picture. Continues to trend in the right direction. The Spartans won a Rose Bowl. The Spartans won a Rose Bowl last season. The Spartans won a Rose Bowl last season. They've been in the Big Ten title game two of the 3 years it's existed. Right now, outside of maybe Ohio State, they're the envy of the league. Michigan? Well, the Wolverines are trending in the opposite direction. The offense is stuck and it's sloppy. The offense is sloppy. Michigan's self-inflicted wounds are everywhere. The team's turned the football over 16 times in 7 games, and though its defense ranks number 10 nationally, Michigan's only gotten the ball back through turnovers 3 times, the least of anyone in America. Those two team paths may seem like a bizarre world to those who are still living in 2006. But right now, they're reality. The Spartans have won 5 of the last 6 in this series, and the 2013 game was a complete non-competitive debacle on Michigan's end. And so here it is for Brady Hoke. At the moment, he's 4-6 against Michigan's chef rivals. At the moment, he's 4-6 against Michigan's chief rivals: Notre Dame, Michigan State, and Ohio State. He's 0-1 this year, a 31-0 loss at Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. The Ohio State is the Buckeyes, by the way, in case you don't know. And he's now 0-5 all-time on the road in these games. If that was all that was working against him at that moment, it'd still be plenty. But as we know, it's not. Michigan's 3-4 right now, 1-2 in Big Ten play. The Wolverines are in danger of missing a bowl game this season, and even in an 18-13 win over Penn State 2 weeks ago, still appeared nowhere near good enough on offense to compete with the big teams in this league. The Wolverines are running out of chances to score wins this season. and they're running out of chances to flip the script on the seemingly rare narrative that Hoke's tenure at Michigan is basically on life support. Saturday, in reality, may be the last chance to change that. If Michigan finds a way to compete and win in East Lansing, things change. Michigan would be just 4-4, but it'd be 4-4 with 2 straight wins and 1 massive road victory over a program that has humiliated Michigan for the better part of the past 6 years. At that point, Hoke might be able to convince the powers that his team is improving, that it is close to turning a corner and picking up the pieces. It'd be a massive breath of fresh air that this program has craved for basically 2 years. But a loss Saturday in any fashion just means more of the same. A close loss is still a loss, and a lopsided defeat just further fuels the notion that Hoke's program is heading too far south. Another disheartening performance at the hands of the rival may be the final nail in the coffin, no matter what else happens the rest of the way. That's the situation Michigan's in, and it has no one to blame but itself. 2 weeks ago, the Wolverines found some hope, but by the end of this week, we'll know if that hope was real or false. Not just for this season, but for Hoke's tenure entirely. Michigan and Michigan State will play at 3:30 at Spartan Stadium on ABC. As rivalry week continues. As rivalry week continues, also, Central Michigan Chippewas are at Buffalo against the Bulls at 3:30. The Eastern Michigan Eagles host the Northern Illinois Huskies at 1 p.m. and the Western Michigan Broncos take on the Ohio Bobcats at 2 o'clock. Back to the Red Wings, they also play Saturday in Philadelphia against the Flyers. Speaking of Philadelphia. And on Sunday at 9:30 a.m., the Lions play in London, England against the Atlanta Falcons. That's on Fox. Game 1 of the World Series went to the San Francisco Giants. Final score 7-1. Game 2 begins tonight at 8 on Fox. So that's going to do it for Taylor's Detroit Sports on Spreaker. Episode 76. For those that listen, I thank you for it. Tune in to episode 77. Coming up sometime later this week. I will let you know when I'm going to be on the air. You can add me on Facebook as Taylor Phillips. Like my Facebook page, Taylor Phillips' Detroit Sports page. And join my Facebook group, Taylor Phillips' Detroit Sports Group. And follow me on Twitter at DT2Phillips. So until then, move on from the game in Montreal and TTFN. Ta-ta for now.